Well, hi there. Good morning and welcome to Cityline. You caught me talking to Mary Hoffman, and I was telling her that my sister's name is Mary. So welcome back to our final fabulous segment here on Cityline. With me is Paint Tacoma Beautiful, and I love this program. You know I love this program, so let's just get into it. Please join me in welcoming a volunteer specialist for Paint Tacoma Beautiful, Mary Hoffman. Welcome back.
Okay.
And with you, the beautiful Aaliyah Freeman. You are the marketing specialist for Paint Tacoma Beautiful. Welcome back as well.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, put up those sandals. It's June 1st. And let's see if Cheryl can
Toes
get
out.
those sandals. Hold still. Hold your feet still. Hold still. There's one. Aaliyah,
Okay, yep.
Look at the sandals. Nothing says June 1st like sandals. I love it. And the toenails are looking very, very nice as well. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, breaking news. Mary, what is Paint Tacoma Beautiful if somebody has not ever spent a summer in Tacoma before?
Yeah, it is a volunteer-run program that paints homes for low-income, elderly, and disabled homeowners in Tacoma City Limits.
Yes.
All the work's done by volunteers. This is going to be our 39th season. Yep.
39? That's almost as long as Charlie Davis has been the executive director of the YW. Not quite, 1 year short. Oh my gosh. And so 39 years, I know that you two stand on the shoulders of people like Sally Shaw, who was the first person who ever introduced me to paint. I think it was called Paint Tacoma Pierce at that point.
Yeah.
So how impressive. So who funds this program, Miss Mary? Or Aaliyah, actually,
Yeah.
who funds the program? Because marketing, you have to be able to sell the program to get
Definitely.
money to operate the program. So who does give money?
Yeah, so it's a few different sources that we get our funds from. The main one definitely is the city of Tacoma, giving us in way of grants and loans for
Yes.
the supplies. And then other ones are major sponsors. So this year we have Sherwin-Williams, that's going to be our major sponsor, supplying different teams and also supplying us paint supplies. And then we also have Lowe's as a sponsor. So.
Way to play with the big people up there in terms of just going right to the big store. I know and we need. I love that.
Exactly.
So Mary, what does it take to be a sponsor? Because I mean, I have lots of cans of paint in my basement, but I'm sure I would not be the ideal sponsor. So what does it take and how can sponsors get involved?
Yeah, so there are several different ways to get involved as a sponsor. We of course take monetary donations, but then also in-kind donations.
There we go.
Paint supplies, paint itself. Yeah, it is a big program that takes a lot of resources, and so anyone who's interested in becoming a sponsor for the program can reach out to me by email at mary.h@associatedministries.org or on my phone number, which is on the screen.
Yeah. Both phone numbers underneath these gorgeous faces and websites. So, Aaliyah, this is a big question, but I know that you can handle this. What does this program contribute to the community?
I know. I know.
Gosh. Yeah, take a moment on that.
No, honestly, I'd say it contributes so much of just the feels of the community. It really does create that sense of togetherness and people working together for a greater sense of purpose. It also creates, beautification of the city and really revamping old roots of Tacoma that, might need a little bit of fine tuning.
Here's some of those little ones that get painted here.
That's the before, and then we also have some after photos.
Oh my gosh,
Right?
that's huge.
Look at that.
Oh, I love that. I think I know where that
And
house
see what
is.
color she chose.
Oh, look at
Right.
this. Oh, okay, that's in my neighborhood.
Oh.
That is beautiful. I love that. Okay, and then Aaliyah, what are we seeing here?
So right now we're seeing some happy volunteers that just got the job done. We can see another team. You see some youth in there, which we love to have
Yes.
a lot of youth get involved. It really does give, especially the elderly homeowners, just, a good refresher to have some young folks working on their house.
Oh, I love this. And I have to say, I've been on one of these teams, and it's something you will always remember. You will never forget that homeowner, that property, your teammates. I can still smell the hamburgers that we barbecued, and not because I didn't have breakfast, but I mean, it is like a tribe comes together and goes, and we're done, and then we leave. That's why I love this program. So Mary, how can interested volunteers apply, and what do you do as a volunteer besides enjoy hamburgers, if you're lucky?
Well, the majority of our volunteers work on the houses themselves, prepping the house for paint, and then the actual painting itself. And both groups and individuals can participate in that part of the program. We also have other roles that we could always use extra help with, such as delivering supplies back and forth from our garage to sites, taking pictures of all of our different programs going on, and then also there's a lot of paperwork involved, which you might not think, but there's a lot of paperwork we could use some help filing. Yeah, but anybody interested in volunteering can register online at our website, paintbeautiful.org.
And then they get to hang out with you two lovelies. So, Aaliyah, when Mary mentions all those different things that are behind the scenes that perhaps we wouldn't see or we wouldn't really know of, so what kind of required training is there for volunteers? What if I come to you and I say, I have great spreadsheet skills, but the smell of paint makes me nauseous. Would you take me?
Probably not,
Okay.
You can help in some
move on.
other program at
Okay,
AM.
well, I make great hamburgers.
Okay, we could use you for that. We could use you for that.
Okay, all right. So what kind of training, when someone says, I just love this, put me to work, what kind of basic training do they receive, Aaliyah?
Yeah, so they get basic training as far as just introduction to the program, what it entails, how long it's going to be, and the commitment that goes into it. And then they also get proper training of how to actually paint a house and the safety that comes into it. So how to use the different paints, the different tools to use, how to actually taper off different things so it's not, getting paint everywhere. Safety regulations as far as who can be on ladders, how far the ladder needs to be, and what to do in certain unleveled or leveled ground levels. But there's a lot that goes into it that especially the team leads take on to make sure that their team knows what they're doing and that they're doing it safely.
And having fun also,
Exactly.
which is part of the big reason why we do this, plus the hope that it gives us, the pride of ownership. So Mary, what are some homeowners, wow, I really did skip breakfast, didn't I? What are some of the homeowner eligibility requirements, and how does someone apply? Because we want to get that in there.
Yeah, so to be eligible for the program, you must own and live in your home with no code violations.
Check.
Have to be within Tacoma City Limits.
Check.
And then also you must be within our income limit for the program, which is 80% of the area median income.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if all of that sounds like it may work, then the next step is to pick up the phone and call.
Yeah, you can also apply online. We have both the online application and paper applications.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, Aaliyah, what does it take now that you've been in this program for a while to make Paint Tacoma Beautiful flow and work?
I'd say the main thing is probably the true sincerity of wanting to give back and work with your community. Really wanting to, do the hard work and also know that it's going to be for a good purpose. I'd say that's definitely the biggest thing. Fun, hard work as well. Have fun while you're out there, but make sure that it's good and it's hard work and that it's safe.
Yes.
And lots of paint.
Yeah. And I want to put a little plug in here because we have 2 minutes left, and that is that also getting to know your neighbors. Let me tell you, I got to know a family And once we got to know this family, we thought, wow, maybe we should give them some raised beds. They have them here. They're all broken down. The bricks don't work. So we learned to bring more to it, if there is anything more valuable than having a fresh coat of paint in your life spiritually, but also on your house. So last few minutes here, Miss Mary, or Leah, who do we need to thank? Or both of you can jump in. Who do we need to thank? Because it takes a village.
I mean, our 400 volunteers, I mean, it's a big program. We couldn't do it without the volunteers.
Yes.
Obviously, our sponsors, City of Tacoma, Sherwin-Williams. We have a lot
You
of...
too, your team?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And Mary, give us a last plug. When I asked you before we came on the air, I said, how are we doing so far as of June 1st? Tell our audience what the response has been so they know what's waiting for them.
Yeah, we already have, I don't know the exact number, but 15 to 20 volunteer teams signed up. That's close to, I think, 175 volunteers. We also have 22 homeowners who have applied and been approved, so lots of houses that need to get painted with those volunteers. And as of today, we've already completed 2 projects and have another one starting next week.
You're killing me. You're absolutely killing me. You two are rock stars. Thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I just had my house repainted, and it was such a breath of fresh air, and it gave me such a sense of community pride. And to sit on the sidewalk and go, wow, this really made a difference. I want everybody to feel that regardless of what barriers or what kind of financial situation they're in. And you two are working around the clock to make that happen. So thank you very, very much for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. That wraps up another great segment of Cityline. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you some great things to think about in this past hour. So go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and above all, pay it forward. And when you come back, as always, we'll be waiting for you right here at Cityline. Take care.
You're from Green Bay, you're from Atlanta, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. You're from the easy, you're from Green Bay, you're from Atlanta, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home, from the pines to the dawn. Tacoma, that's my home, yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home, place I call my own. Tacoma, that's my home, yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Alright, you're from the East Coast, alright, you're from the West, alright, you're from the middle, but Tacoma's still the best. Alright, you're from the East Coast, alright, you're from the West, alright, you're from the middle, but Tacoma's still the best. Hey, Tacoma, that's my home, from the pines to the dawn. Tacoma, that's my home, yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home, place I call my own. Tacoma, that's my home, yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home, from the pines to the dawn. Tacoma, that's my home, yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home, place I call